Nope, feel free to check it out. Okay, so we are going. Yes, I agree. It would definitely have to be because of the awesome mods. So yes, courtesy of Toxic Cake. I also encourage you to check out Scott Manley's YouTube videos or anyone else who used to stream this a lot. There's some really, really good tutorials on there. That's what actually got me started when I started playing on the PS4. A lot of the stuff has changed because of the updates, but you can still find some good basic information on various YouTubers who who have made tutorials on this. So if anyone in chat has suggestions for tutorials for Toxic, go ahead and let him know. But I'm just going to hurry and do a quick craft with a lander. I'm not necessarily going to worry about returning it. So we're going to take our basic command pod to get a single Kerbal. This will be what gets him home. So we want a heat shield. Heat shields are usually under thermal. Let's see, I'm trying to make mountains. I'm just checking chat here really quick. So, yeah, there are a lot of good ones. Just find one that you like, but I'm going to do like a mini tutorial, and we're all going to see a new moon for the first time as well. Okay, so if you want this to come back into Kerbin/Isolin, you need a heat shield. Oh, hey, yeah, so we will see you later, Naga. I know it's super late. It's like midnight there for Naga. So, yeah, go ahead and have a great night, Naga. I appreciate the stream, you watching the stream. So have a good... actually, it's no longer May the 4th be with you anymore. But yeah, see you, Naga. Have a good one. But anyway, we will then put a decoupler. And this, what we're building right now, is going to get us down to the moon. So we're going to build it as though it's the moon. I'm going to pick a small one. So we want a smallish fuel tank. Sorry, I can't talk. Yes, smallish fuel tank. And then what I like to do is, you know what? I don't know how much delta V we're going to need for this. Let me test really quick the delta V. So this isn't something that you need to worry about if you don't have a bunch of mods installed, but let me just see. Okay. Thrust to weight. Okay, Qwirri, that's where we're going because it looks like that's a smaller planet, so we should be okay with that. We are now going to throw... oh, I didn't know that the demo didn't have heat shields on it. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm just going to make this one longer. I'm going to make it super simple. Sometimes I put decouplers on there, but I don't think we need to worry about that. I'm going to put one small tank on here. I think this should be enough to at least get us down to the surface. And then... okay, later games links. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for help with White Guardian. The demo is really old version. Yeah, I know, before reentry. Well, Toxic... I would just say go ahead and buy the game because it's superb, and you can take a look at some of the really awesome mods. Let's see. Okay, I want a simple vacuum engine since I don't think... yes, good luck on the exams. Hey, White Guardian, quick question. Does Qwirri... sorry, I know I'm butchering it. Does it have an atmosphere? Do I need to worry about that, or should I go with a vacuum engine? Yes, it is that time. It is exam time, isn't it? All across the world. I'm so glad I finished school. Let's see. I'm going to go for a basic vacuum engine while I assume no atmosphere. Okay, I'm going to go for a decent vacuum engine. It has not an atmosphere. Well, we can speak like that if we want. So while I'm trying to build this and find an engine, we still need some more puns. By the way, people haven't had it. There haven't been enough puns this stream. That's actually, I don't know if that has enough thrust. Let's see. Thrust to weight, yes. Kind of pricey. It is, except the thing about the price on it, I think it's still 40 bucks, right? If you're into this sort of thing, it's going to give you more replay value than like literally any other game possibly could, because it's just based off of your imagination and you can just run wild with it. So, you know, I don't want to sit here and try and peddle wares other than my book. Hint, hint, right? Nudge, nudge, buy book. What'd I say? Stop fueling my love. But really, it's fun because it gives you the freedom to live in your own world. You know what I mean? It gives you replay. The best games are the ones that let you, I think, do what you want according to your own imagination. Oops. And this one will, as long as you have an imagination and your brain doesn't explode, you're never going to run out of ideas for it. Let's see. Just trying to get these. I want to be able to put a ladder down, so I'm just trying to make sure these are offset a little bit. So Toxic Cake goes from playing the demo to creating a planetary system. That's a bit of a leap, but yeah, I would totally do it. That also counts for... speaking of that, I do have something that I was really interested in. Let me see if I can talk and build at the same time, because apparently I'm not good at those two things. I'm just going to put a simple ladder on here. While I'm trying to do this, and hopefully not messing up because I'm talking... Actually, let me go ahead and put a battery on here, because you always need battery power. I was thinking about creating a replica of the actual Disparia from my book in this, so that people could at least have a visual representation, because obviously if you go to my website or if you buy the book, you'll see that there are maps in it, but I was always wondering, so that the Kerbals can get back up after they plant their cute little flags. If you just want them to stay in the cockpit, they don't need it, but since we're going somewhere new, one of our buddy Kerbals is going to plant a flag, and once they get to the surface, they don't have any way to get back up. But evidently there's not much gravity, and it's sort of redundant, but hopping up to the capsule is only funny until it stops working. And that's pretty much the fact of it. But we do want... Okay, well, since we're doing a quote-unquote basic... tutorial-ish thing, we're just going to build something that you could at the moon, super simple. Or to get to the moon. To and from the moon, I should say. So here's our little ladder. That's not long enough. Just play around with the size. It's a fantasy book. I have a link to it on my homepage. It's a fantasy book set in the world of Disparia that I created. It's like the Coke Zero of fantasy, where it's set in a fictional world, but it's not super high fantasy with dragons and stuff like that. It's basically about... let's see, that's a question. Haven't read it yet. Yeah, I still need to get you your copy. You need to send me a link so that I can actually get that to you. So it's about the main character, and he's basically trying to overcome the issues from his past. His mom left when he was young, and his dad died, and he's trying to deal with the issues from his past. And just when he tries to finally decide to move on, something happens in the city that he could have never anticipated, and he's just thrown into a complete disaster situation. So the second half of the book is basically him just trying to survive while also trying to figure out what's to do with his life. You can take a look at sort of the bio. I can't talk and build. I'm trying to do two things at once here. But you can actually see the full summary on Amazon or on my website, which I have links to on my channel here. I'm trying to go electrical. We want some solar panels on here. So I like to do a few that are non-retractable and then just a couple that are. Yeah, there is. Good call. That's because I put that battery in after I put those. So good catch on that. Let's go ahead and throw those. Not 4x symmetry. Yeah, Jeb's hopped up. He's done everything. That's Jeb's catchphrases. I should probably point it. Of course, I keep putting these in the wrong spot, right? The battery stores the power. So if the capsule runs out of power, what happens is nothing. And by nothing, I mean absolutely nothing can happen because there's no power. It powers communications, the engines, pretty much everything. And if you run out of power, those are retractable, those aren't. I like to have the retractable for when it's sitting, and these are just for sort of when it's flying. It's something that I do on all of mine. I keep it... I have a set of retractable and non-retractable. Unless I'm doing like career mode where I really need to pay attention to weight and value, I like to double up like that. Oh, we need... this is going to be re-entering, so we do need the parachute. And today we're going with the purple parachute. Because why not? you know, purple parachute. So you need reaction controls to turn, and the cockpits have built-in reaction wheels that help control it without play shoots too. Let's see, I think you needed to play the EC shoots. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. Okay, so do we want this to be what? No, we don't want this. Sorry, I'm just trying to think if I should have this Rendezvous Apollo style with a parent craft, or if I should just return this to. What do we vote? Do we vote this? This just returns to Kerbin, or this returns to a parent vessel? What do we think? Because that determines whether I put the parachute here or a structural, a clampotron. I almost think Apollo style would be a little bit easier, so let me go ahead and put some RCS on this. I think that would actually make it a little bit easier, which means we won't need the heat shield. But we will need some RCS because I'm probably going to burn through a lot of it since, you know, me and docking, not so good. That's the tiny... Did I just miss... Oh, there it is. And yes, now we need more ladders. And we actually don't need that decoupler either, do we? Just changing the design left and right. Which means we can also go like this. Since we don't need... Actually, never mind. I did need that. My bad. We do need that. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Put those back on. Looks good. We do need the landing legs, obviously. Why are those so close? Those don't look normal for some reason. Yeah, you were saying you play a lot of Overwatch. Like I've said before, my big first-person shooter right now is definitely Battlefield 1 still. I got the DLC for that, and I really, really like the maps on that. I don't know if anyone else here plays it much. Let's see. So, I need my control. But the DLC for Battlefield 1 is really, really fun. Actually, we can probably get away with that being central. Yes, we're going back to more ladders. There we go. That should be good. Okay, that is going to be good. So we're going to save this as the lander. Let's see, what speakers are we talking about? I'm assuming you mean those guys, right? Those will allow me to dock with my craft. They give it... somebody, feel free to... somebody who is a master of this, explain what the RCS thrusters do while I try and talk and build at the same time, which is harder than I thought. So now we're going to build our parent ship really quick. Let's see. We need another clampotron. Then we are going to put our mothership, which is going to be super simple. This will need the heat shield, since this is what's going to re-enter. So again, you're going to want to go ahead and throw on a properly sized heat shield. This will need the decoupler. Okay, now we're going into speed build mode. So if somebody wants to tell Toxic what I'm doing here as he has questions, that would be awesome to help him out. And encourage him to buy the game. Let's see. Okay, this just needs a tiny little fuel tank to get back. Where's the single gray drum? Yes, thank you, Jade, for answering his question. I appreciate it, because what happens is I either talk or I build. When I try and do both, I just end up looking at a single part for about 20 minutes and going, Okay, yeah, and again, to everyone, sorry I am having to build ships. I thought there was an issue, and I had to reinstall all of the mod updates, and it turns out I didn't save my craft files, and that's why we are here rebuilding. I had tons of lifters build as sub-assemblies, but that all got destroyed when I was a bit of a dumbhead. So that's why I'm hurrying to try and rebuild this to get to one of the moons. Yes, they're for docking. That's exactly it. And I'm not going to put any on this because the idea is that this mothership is going to stay in orbit around the moon, which isn't the moon. It's Qwirri. Sorry, I know, Guardian, I'm butchering that each and every time. But I don't need any for that since this ship is going to be the one that maneuvers around it. So it's just this little mothership is going to stay docked. Whoop, that's tiny. Or stay in orbit safely. Yes, and feel free to post humorous links as long as they are appropriate. White Guardian had a good Mario Kart one last time when we were talking about that. Still my favorite. I showed Linda that video, that how to play Mario Kart 101, by the way. She died laughing, so good call on that. It was hilarious. Yeah, she almost peed her pants watching that. If you have that link, go ahead and send it again for anyone here that's a Mario Kart fan, because yeah, I like that. Oh, we need solar panels on this, don't we? And since it will be stationary, I am going to put... we won't be too far. You know what? I really like the way those look. Going to put 4. And I do need communications on this because with the new 1.2... What is it? 1.22 or 1.2 update? You do need communications, and I like playing that way. And you have to pay attention to make sure you have strong enough communication. So I'm going to put one of these... I've always liked the way these look. I like their compact size. And I will put a ring of these smaller ones around our lander. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Indicator, yeah. I'm terrible at docking. I'm just going to say that now. And I tried it once. I tried using the auto docking on Mech Jeb, and one time it just ground my ship along the bottom of the mothership, so I stopped using that. I don't use Mech Jeb to dock anymore. I do the rendezvous planner if necessary, but I don't use it to dock. We're just about done here with the build. It shouldn't take too much longer. Let me see, is that the link I was talking about? Yes. That's the one. Everyone needs more of that in their lives. We got talking about that because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just came out. For those of us with a Switch, speaking of, nobody talk about a Switch because White Guardian doesn't have one yet. We don't want to make him feel bad, sorry. Where is... Yes, I have too many engines on here, but, you know, that's because I like all these. There we go. I'm just going almost stock for this because it's a lot easier. Okay, here's a question I have about mods for this game while I'm building this. Does anybody know if there is a Saturn V F1 style engine mod, or just like a Saturn V you know, Apollo program rocket mod, because I haven't seen any parts packs like that, and I'm just wondering if there is one like that that anybody knows of. Okay, now we're going to go with a decent lifter engine. I think this is the one. Nope, that's definitely not the one. I know that there's a lifter for that size. Let's see, 5,000. Are these all one size bigger? Yeah, those are one size larger. I don't want to use that one because of reasons. We'll go with this one. I like that. Okay, now we are going to put my all-time favorite. I use these all the time. They actually look a lot like the Russian Soyuz. I think that might be where... got some... Okay, yeah, we'll see in a minute, White Guardian. So I'm going to use my all-time favorite decouplers here, and they look a lot like the Soyuz rocket, the sides, the boosters that those use. Those are actually overkill. I'm going to use the size smaller. I love the way these external fuel tanks look. These are probably my all-time favorite. And like I said, they actually kind of look similar to the Soyuz rockets, but they're just spectacular looking. So those are the ones I always use when I can. It's getting awesomer. It gets awesome with those fuel tanks. Let's see. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that ship. That's total stock Kerbal ship. I love that. And I'll show you the engines that I use on this almost exclusively. It's the RD-170s. And then I do run a fuel line to do a little bit more efficient. Of course, the fuel lines are up here, so let's hurry and get this bad boy going. And I'm just going to put this on the launch pad to make sure the decouplers work really quick. But yeah, hopefully, Toxic, by the end of the day, we've convinced you to buy this game, because SpongeBob-style imagination... let me actually... Let's see. Hold on.
Imagination.
Yep, so the reason you need to get this game is because that we are just testing the decouplers really quick. That's the only thing I'm doing. Make sure they fall off. Too young to... Well, my cousin's 14 and he and I play Dark Souls all the time. I always tell him, go do more chores. Mow the lawns. It's summer, unless you're in the southern hemisphere, in which case, shovel the snow. But I've never seen it go on sale. That's the weird thing, is I've never seen a Steam sale with Kerbal, which is really weird, I know. Has anyone actually seen that before? Let me make sure my staging is right. Oh, I need my payload fairing. Okay, let's go ahead and put my fairing. Yeah, it's going to last you, and it actually teaches you things. I mean, it makes you want to learn, at least it does for me, more about space flight and everything like that, so it's a learning instrument. And if it's your father says it's too pricey, go ahead and tell him how much you'll learn doing it, and that's how you do it. So I am going to put a fairing on here. Let's probably see how big I need this. You know what? That should... I'm just worried that won't be enough Delta V. It sounds like it's a pretty light planet, so I'm going to cheat a little bit, but I'm the type of person that doesn't mind cheating just a little bit, so let me show you how I'm going to Kerbal cheat. I just want to make sure I have enough Delta V. So we are going to take that, and now you see it. Now you don't. You didn't see that. Yeah, unless you go to Cerulean when things are iffy, and then it sucks 32 gig of your RAM, but otherwise, no, it doesn't demand a lot of your PC under normal circumstances. I just have 32 gig because I do lots of things at once, and I don't like the idea of running out. So the fairing here is going to protect the ship under launch. That's why we're doing that, to make it a little closed off from the aerodynamic forces launching off of Isolin. And we deploy that. Okay, everything looks good. I think now let me check my staging, because when you forget that, lots of explosions happen. Over. I haven't actually played Overwatch. Like I said, I've been doing Battlefield 1. But I have not... It looks fun, I just haven't played it. I think the staging is good. Is there anything else I'm forgetting here, anybody, before we go ahead and launch this? Struts. Oh, actually, that's struts. You know, this usually doesn't need it. But on that... I'll go ahead and do one. You can't have enough space tape. But I actually do need decouplers. Or, I mean, not decouplers. Separatrons. Just to make sure this thing... And I'm going to try and put it a little bit above... the decoupler down there. Where's the decoupler? Is that it right there? Yeah. As pro. We've got little wings. I don't need any wings on the external fuel tanks. They don't last long enough. That engine down there, as you can imagine, is rather thirsty. And little trick, I learned that if you press Alt and you... Oh, wow, that's way off. If you press Alt when you're doing the Separatrons, it generally keeps them in the same staging bracket. Oh, wait, actually, I need those in... I should have put that in. So if you put the first set with your decoupler and then you just Alt to copy them, it should, and it usually keeps them in the same staging sequence, so you don't have to drag and drop, just, you know, for a little tidbit to make it easier. Okay, now we need our structural, because we go legit here and it looks cool. Gonna put one on the outside of each, and I will be dropping it because I hate when rockets float. We have communications, we have struts, we have decouplers. I think it's good. What do we want to call this? We're going to go somewhat official. We're going to call it the Kerbal Evolution Beta Apollo. Just because, you know, kind of Apollo. Let's see. Oh, we forgot to put our crew in. I meant crew. How long does it take to become good at the game? Like I said, I started on the PS4 and it took me forever to learn it, but if you watch tutorials, I would say if you play it regularly, in a couple weeks you're going to be doing moon missions, you know, like that. I'm from Russia, love the game. Hey, yeah, then you should, no wonder you like the way this looks. So let me see if I can find a picture really quick. Rockets aren't supposed to have wings. If you build your rocket well, you don't need them. Well, they don't necessarily need them, but when I do something that's a little bit top heavy and we're just doing this quick, you can see that it's super top heavy. I need all the stability I can get. So that's why I'm doing that. But we need some pilots. Let's go. Who do we want today? Oh, Ziggy. Ziggy's going. And Shell Ball. That. How about Hendred? Hendred's going to go. We like Hendred. Let's see. Just a second. Okay, perfect. I think this is what it looks like. That's why I like, one of the reasons why I like the style of rocket. And since I'm doing a super fast build, I'm not messing around with stability. That's why I do want fins just for a little bit of extra help. Okay, yeah, I would imagine if it's in Russia, it is getting late. So I appreciate you watching. Have a good night, and thanks for watching. And I will definitely be doing it again. So I appreciate it. Have a good, very, very late night. And without further ado, I think it's time to launch this bad boy. I've only got about 30 more minutes too, so I want to hurry and get this up and at least in orbit around Qwirri. Later. And we're going to have to say see ya to him. Oh, I did it last time. There we go. A fish, because why not? Let's make sure everything looks good. It actually looks fairly balanced, but you'll see that it's way top heavy. That's why I like to have fins when I do something that's not quite, I guess, right, we'll say. And we do want to have MechJeb help us with this, just to make it quick. So let's make sure our staging is good. I think that's good. Then we decouple there. Turn that on, decouple. Yep, looks good. Oh, I know what I was forgetting. We need to make sure it's controlled from this pod, because if it's controlled from the other one, we're going to be going upside down. And that's happened before. So I think I will turn off... The reason I want to do MechJeb is because I want to turn off the display so that you guys can see what the planet looks like as I take off. So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and turn the engines on. And let's launch this. So somebody give me a quick countdown, even though there's a delay. 3, 2, I'll have a beverage. Let me make sure I've got everything going. Okay, 3, 2, 1, that's good enough. Here we go. sort of give you guys a look around Islam. This is where the Space Center is. It's set off on a nice island. And I told White Guardian that he needs to build a Kerbal Ship Center in that little bay over there. You'll see it as we get a little bit higher, but definitely need the Kerbal Ship Center over there. But it's really a cool looking planet. And you'll notice that it's sort of brown, deserty looking here. It doesn't look like that all throughout the whole entire planet. It's really diverse, as are the moons. And I love the terrain, the mountains, and the features on it too. Let me just check this, see how we're doing here. Yeah, we're good. So I want to watch, make sure separation goes well. Oh, cool. Okay. Wait. Keep fingers crossed for separation. But I didn't get one of them backwards. Here we go. Separation. Nice. Perfect. Okay, great. We've got lovely, lovely engine exhaust there. Quoting the guy. That's funny. So yeah, here's a better look at the launch center from Islan. Our first stage should be separating pretty soon, so I'll likely end up with something weird, but I'll try. Yeah, no worries. We're here to explore, right? Oh, apparently I have a GeForce Game Ready driver available. Won't be downloading or installing that right now. That was hidden. Wow, I couldn't even see that. That was hidden off of my screen. It wasn't just hidden by my camera. That was like completely off the screen. I was wondering where that went. I'll put it down lower so you guys can see it. Oh crud, I missed separation. Sorry. I like to watch separation. I missed it. Probably KSP will go. Oh yes, there haven't been enough memes and screenshots. But did you guys get the Soyuz image that I sent? That's why I like the way these look. I really like the Soyuz rocket look. Let me X this game driver thing out. That's driving me nuts. We are just about up there. Yeah, so this is too bad Toxic isn't here, so we could describe the simple staging to him, but you know, this is almost a classic style staging we've got. I'm actually going to have way overkill on the Delta V, but I figured I needed it for any sort of orientation changes. So while this is burning really quick, if you guys don't mind, once again, I always seem to be on dinner duty. I need to go check. I have a lasagna in the oven, so I need to check and make sure it's not burning. So watch Pretty Rockets. I will be back in 20 seconds. White Guardian, post more links that people can check while I do this. Okay, what did you do? I'm back. Lasagna is tasty. Too bad you guys can't smell it. Yeah, so we need video, microphone, and then some sort of smell camera. It smells really good in here, by the way. Okay, let's see what you came up with. Ooh, that's lovely. Is that something you made? I like the way that looks a lot. That really sharp pointed nose, I really, really like doing those. Here we go. Look at that. Moonrise over the planet. Yeah, this is why I like MechJeb when I'm testing this. It's so that we can actually look around. That's not where we're going. That's where we started the stream off with on Pandora with the plane. But yeah, look at the moonrise over the planet. Let's see if you can see any others around here. No, I mean, off in the distance, you've got some of my... Yep, there's one. That's on a moon, but yeah. You get the point. Something that drove you mad, yes. So there's a sort of a little overview of Isolin. And we have more than enough delta V for all this. It's way, way overkill. And you'll notice we did have a successful fairing separation. Final result. Let's take a look. Whoa! What is that? Okay, back to focusing, so I don't blow Ziggy and Hendred. Yeah, Guardian, did you see our Kerbal mates today? Ziggy and Hendred. Okay, so we are going to... It looks like it's in the same plane, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, so an encounter shouldn't be too hard to come up with. Let's see what we need for a maneuver here. So yeah, anyway, you were talking about building custom planets, Guardian. What I was saying is that, you know, in my book I have maps and everything like that, but I was, long before I even started streaming this, there we go, we've got an encounter. I was wondering if there was some sort of program where you could, you know, sort of build like a 3D globe that people could look at, and I thought, you know, I thought about that and I posted a message on Facebook, but nobody came up with an answer. But I thought maybe in this I could sort of build an actual replica of what the planet Disparia really looks like, just for fun. So yeah, I mean, eventually if you want to teach me how to do that, I would love to actually recreate the actual Disparia, so that people could see that. Procedural Death Star. Because may the 4th be with you. Yeah, good old Star Wars. I still, okay, you guys are going to yell at me. I still haven't seen Rogue One. It'll require a map. So I have the, like, the hand-drawn maps. What do you do? Do you actually scan the maps? Like, do you hand draw them and scan them? Because I have, you know, 2D maps. I mean, that's how everything you see on the book or in the book or on my website was actually a painting that I scanned. Actually, are any of you guys interested in seeing the actual canvas of my cover or the map? Because I have them up. If any of you guys want to see that, I can go grab it really quick. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. Because it's actually really cool what turned out to be my book cover. It's really neat. Okay, let me let this maneuver run really quick. I'll go grab it really quick. So yeah, while we do the burn, let me see if I can get it up here. Yeah, so this is actual, you know, whoa, painting canvas. This is the, you can see, you know, the actual canvas that turned into, for scale here, that's size representation. So this is, you know, what it turned into, but that's the actual canvas. So that's what I mean is I have things like this. Yeah, of course I have the... No, it's Jeb's Force. It's Jeb's Force. So yeah, what I mean is I have a variety of things like this, is if this is what you're saying that I need to base it on. Of course I have the Force, though. So yeah, I mean, is this what you're talking about, or what type of map? So yeah, these are all the originals that turned into what's in the book. And because I have nowhere else to store them, my original Pokemon cards. Yeah, that's right. That's base set right there, baby. Courtesy of, what, 1999, 1998? Okay, let's take a look at what we're doing here. That's really rather messy. Yeah, you know it, right? And yes, I do have my holographic Charizard, and most of mine are first edition borderless, or shadowless, I should say. So if any of you guys know what Pokemon cards are all about, you'll know that some of these are the winners. Like, let me see if I can show you some of the cool ones. These aren't all of them, but yeah, there's my Charizard right there. Because apparently now we're talking about Pokemon cards. Let's see. Hacks! You did it again. Wasn't expecting that one. Yeah, so White Guardian and I were actually talking on Twitter. I just finally beat the Elite Four, and I was wondering what to use my... oh, I don't have my antenna out, do I? Sorry, let me get my antenna out. Wondering what to use my Master Ball on. And the issue I had there is, I don't know if any of you guys have played Pokemon Sun, is that I beat the Elite Four and then the Champion, and I don't remember a place to save before it throws you right into the fight with the first Tapu. So I was like, well, do I blow it on this because I only get one shot or not? But I'm just going to try and risk it. Okay, now we're good. We have our solar panels and our communications up. So I don't know if any of you play Pokemon Sun or Moon, but yeah, I don't remember there being a save point after beating the game. That was really, really annoying. Okay, maneuver time. Let's see what Guzma be like.
So, Mordecai, I was thinking about going over some strategy before the tournament. Should I work on my ABAX?
Hey, you guys mind if I put in my mixtape?
Okay, Guardian, you officially have all of the links. That's too close. So no atmosphere, so I don't need to worry about that. So let's get nice and close on this. 83,000. That seems good. And we will be doing this one by hand. If I can... Okay, so we should probably quick save because, you know, problems. Check 33, and will do. Let me just get pointing towards the maneuver while I do that.
So...
Oh, your links. But yeah, so Pokemon, kind of annoying, can't save. I guess I'm just going to have to hope I can get the Tapu, but, you know. And funny story, I guess, White Guardian and I, without even planning it, pretty much have the exact same team that we beat the game with. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. Yeah, we have, like, the exact same team. And I wouldn't say it's, like, a super common team either. I mean, I haven't actually played online with people, so I don't know. But I know for competitive, it's probably not the best team you could have. Okay, we are getting close to our burn into a new moon. Yep, well, given that I grew up with it, it's kind of hard not to be. Oh, I showed this on one of my other streams, but since we're talking Pokemon nerds, yeah, that's original too. Let me see if you guys can... Tell me if you guys can read that. Yep, you're reading Pikachu's butt. Highlight of the stream. Can you see that at all? And right there, if you guys can read the date. Anything? If not, let's see, 1997 when I got that. and it still works if I wasn't trying to pay attention. Oh, crap. Yeah, poke Pikachu butt, baby. And see if you guys can hear this. Hold on. Still works. Okay, we're just about to our maneuver. I'll look at that link after I do this burn, Guardian. Okay, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, burn going well. This way we're not going to fly out. I have way more than enough Delta V. Okay, perfect. Lucky still having a squeaky Pikachu. I don't even know where I got it. Where?
Nothing will bring me more joy than putting random songs over Team Skull.
That Team Skull video. But yeah, do you guys know where that Pikachu came from? Because obviously I've had it this whole time, but I have no idea where it came from. Anyone have a link or something? Because I really don't remember where I got it. I don't know if it was just like a common toy, or if I got it from somewhere. But yeah, I have no idea where it came from. I'm glad I have it, but I just sort of appeared out of nowhere. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I should say that, let's see, when was it that I found it? I think it was when I was moving out when I got married, and I was going through a bunch of my old crap, and I found it. I was like, wait a minute. It was in the bottom of some drawer that I had forgotten about. Why can't I? Oh, there it is. Oh, sweet. Let me turn off the display. So which one of our little mates, Ziggy or Hendred, which one of those is going down to the surface? I think, let's see. Do we need the pilot to do it? Doesn't matter, does it? Ziggy it is. So hey, Jade, on one of the, let's see, what was it? On one of the streams that I did, our Kerbals, I didn't name them, mind you. It was actually like this. It was, oh man, one of them was Elon and the Kerman, and the other one, what was the other one's name? It was a White Guardian. It was like Disaster or something, but what was it? Totally by accident they were named like that. Family Guy. Yeah, Farewell. So Farewell and Elon Kerman. Yeah, just random. I didn't name them. That was just, and they wound up in the same ship together. Farewell Kerman. Farewell and Elon. Not sure how that works. Okay, while we're warping, does this actually work? I was looking at, can you actually create man, between Kerbin, Kerbals, and all, and yeah, I can't speak ever. But does this actually work to creating them? I just saw that last night and I was like, wait a minute, I can make my own Kerbals. Does that actually work? If so, I'm going to make a fleet of inappropriately, and not dirty inappropriate, but awesomely named Kerbals for next stream. How awesome would it be just to have a fleet of the worst named Kerbals ever? Not that Hendred's very good to begin with. You know what? I want to look at the moon, so let's maneuver planner, execute next node. I want to watch it this way. Okay, let's see what your moon looks like, my friend. Oh, okay. And we'll just have to max stupidity. What does stupidity actually do? And yeah, that's a question I asked. What is stupidity? Well, I mean, not necessarily. When you get into debug menus, that's when you start really screwing up at the game. You know, that's like the, hey, use this at your own risk sort of thing. That's what I was wondering if it was. Like, hey, if you do this, you know, since it's debug menu, you might end up turning the Kerbals into toasters who now are allergic to cats. Okay, we're going to quick save and then separate. because we don't need you anymore. Go away. We're going to keep the engine off. Okay, now is the tricky part. We are going to transfer crew. So we said Ziggy's going down. Okay, Ziggy. And we decouple. Let's just test to make sure our RCS works. Yep, all good there. I didn't put lights on. Should have put lights on. Oh well. If you use the debug menu, you end up turning Kerbals and... Yep. Well, you know, I once had a toaster that was allergic to cats. True story. Okay, what was I doing? Let's see. We want to plan... How fast does this rotate? Just give me the cheat sheet. Do I want to set a maneuver to land there, or does it rotate so fast that... You know, tell me about this rotation as I'm setting this up just to... Whoa. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Because I want to try and hurry and get this on the ground before I have to go finish dinner here. Why is control locked? I thought we had... that's about as random as the keybind I have to use on Toxic Teammates in Overwatch. It's tidally locked. Okay, why did I just lose control, though? I have... Do I not have the antenna? Oh, I do have the antenna. Why aren't they working? Why does it say it's not connected and no data? Anyone know what's going on with this? I mean... So I have a relay going. This has its... The mothership has its communications. And I have an 10A and 10I or whatever... Or if you do not come down, I will get to your house, break your door down, steal your toaster, eat your cheese, and slap you with a wet sock. That's a good key binding. I haven't actually seen one that good. That's pretty good. Why won't that work? Okay, are we just going to have to turn off the... Let me just fix this. Sorry, I wanted to keep it real, but... I don't want to sit here and not have something work just because, let me see if that fixes it. Okay, does that work? No signal. Do I just have to turn the whole thing off just while I do this? In dock... Oh, would that be the problem? Let me see if that would fix it. Because it says it doesn't even have control at all. No, I mean, I can't put out a maneuver node. Can I? Yeah, see? It says that I'm not getting any communications. Let me just disable it really quick, because I want to get this on the ground before I have to finish, and I have a feeling you guys would rather see what the planet or the moon looks like than me tinkering with... menu bits. So let's just go ahead and put a maneuver. There we go. Right? You didn't see that. Not cheating. Should probably pick a place that isn't a massive crater, since that looks rather inhospitable and hostile for landing. So let's put it about there. I'm going to throw in another joke. Okay. Let's go about there. Okay. Maneuver planner. I will look as soon as I make sure my engine is on. Execute next node. Let's take a look and see what you've got here. Yeah, docking mode. You mean communications? It's more a communications joke than it is docking. So let's do the burn and get old Ziggy on the planet, or the moon, sorry, moon. I've got a lot of Delta V. I'm hoping that's enough. Basically 2200 for this. Okay, let's quick save, because you know what happens when you don't quick save. Okay, I'm gonna watch... Where's my What am I saying? My suicide burn. That's what I want to keep track of. And keep facing retrograde. So what's my time to periaps? 19 minutes. Yes, one can never have too much delta V. Whoa, what does the surface look like? That is awesome. Look how textured that is. If there's one thing you do well, it is visually interesting terrain. I always have too much delta V. So what is my target? Why is it saying... okay, I don't... What target do I have? There we go. Do I have the mothership? Unset target. There we go. I have... Gets put out the angle. But I always reach the stations with a huge tank of fuel still attached. Yeah, well, unless you're playing career mode, overkill is much better, right? Okay, where... Shouldn't I be seeing suicide burn somewhere here? Either dump fuel or drag it along. Yeah, there is a mod. You can't normally dump fuel, right? You have to use a mod for that. So I'm going to wait until I find someplace that doesn't look like it's trying to kill me. And then I'm going to start my burn. Maybe right on the edge of these cliffs here. I think dumping... Let's see. Oh, dump the tank, yeah. Okay, let's burn from here because I like this area right next to that big cliff. I know I'm going to overshoot it. But let me kill off all my speed, and then I'm going to go straight down. Are you suborbital? That's when suicide... Yeah, I am now. I just saw it pop up, thanks. Yeah, that's why I kind of want to land close enough. Obviously, that's not close enough for old Ziggy to walk. But, you know, good enough. Yep. What's that? What does that R mean? I haven't noticed that before. I'm clicking it because pressing buttons you don't know what they do is usually the best way to succeed when you're going into space. Yeah, but that's an awesome looking crater debris field, whatever you want to call it. Those canyons look super deep. We're about to hit 0. Okay, now we are going to deploy legs. Quick save. Okay, where's suicide burn? I saw it. Suicide burn. Here we go. 12,000. That's not bad, and that's going to be super scary. Quick saving again because I don't trust myself. It's a pun, by the way. So, let's see. Okay, here we go. That looks like hopefully a decent spot. Watching suicide burn. It's coming up really quick. I'm going to do it a little early just to be safe. Watching. Okay. Okay, here we go. The first ever landing on it. Here we go. Is Ziggy going to do it in one go? Suicide burn. Watching my suicide burn again. 3, 2. And. Oh, crud. No, touchdown. Haha. First ever landing. And it's done by our friend Ziggy. Let's extend some ladders here. Okay, where's... I need some sort of appropriate clapping emote. Let's see, where's a clapping emote? I'm trying to look for one. When in doubt, since I can't find one and I don't want to spend all day doing that, we're going to go with my standby. There you go, that's celebrations. Extend the solar panels. Turn off the engine, and I still have 1,300 meters per second delta V, so we have more than enough. And yes, we do need to flag this bad boy. So come on, Ziggy. Get out there and meet your adoring public. Let's see. Good flag spot. And the ceremonial planting of the flag. Yeah, I know. Those are great. There we go. Isn't that nice? Let's see what the gravity's like. Ready? Yeah, not too bad. So I think then that's a good place to close the stream, since I do need to go pull the lasagna out of the oven. But I'm going to put him back in the ship because I don't want to risk anything happening to our little buddy Ziggy. So let's get back up in the ship. We're not leaving the moon, by the way. We're not leaving it. We are going to be staying here for a little while with him, at least. Maybe I can dump a rover here for him for next time, so that we can drive around and go check out. Let's see, the next stream. So tomorrow I have a really big training ride. Linda and I are still talking about what we're going to do Saturday, but I'm hoping that Saturday I will have a chance, if not Monday. So Saturday, hopefully, or Monday. Hey, but I have Twitter now because I'm one of those tweety people, because that's a thing now. So you guys can actually follow at Disparia Books, and that's where I'm going to post all my updates and information. If you guys want to follow, for quick updates, and I post random bits. But yeah, check out my Twitter page, follow me on there if you want to find out when I'm doing it. I'll be sure to keep updates. Let's see, the KSP forum name. Let me get that to you. I don't know if... let's see. I don't know who can get that first. Let me see. One of us will get it first. I'm sure White Guardian has it on standby. But regardless, I am trying to find it really quick for you. Oh, that's Cerulean. Yeah, Guardian, do you have that by chance? Yes, the Guardian will post that information. No, let's see. And do you want the evolution forum page? Is that what you're looking for? Because I'm trying to find a link for that. And I don't see that I have one right off. So I'm sure White Guardian, go ahead and... No, I thought you meant on the Kerbals forum, the evolution page. I didn't create evolution. That's all White Guardian, and I don't know the exact URL for the Kerbal forum /evolution /whatever. But no, I do know my own Twitter account and profile, and all of my stuff you can find linked on my Disparia Books Twitch page. So I can stalk you and follow your post. Yes, everyone needs more stalkers, right? I'll tag you in the page. Cool. Let's see. Just a sec here. Let me... Oh, I know. Here's an easy way to do it. This should get it. Here you go. Okay, Jade, there you go. Take a look at that. That's what I mean. I haven't memorized